Hi, James.
Hi, Dr. Chan. How are you?
When we say it was a year like no other, we really mean that. What began as a health emergency has collapsed into a crisis for all, for the world's poor with extreme poverty back on the rise, for education with over 1 billion students out of class, and for hunger with food insecurity from the global south to the advanced economies of the world. Here on the China Current, we've used our 2020 to bring you important stories in important times. In January, we switched full mode to the outbreak in China, speaking with locals, unpacking the science, and when race and gender were also front of mind.
People's fear and anxiety about their own safety, their family members' safety, is understandable. But we must base on science and the best available information.
Science and public health relies on collaboration and interconnectedness. But science has also got all this underlying competition. You get enormous benefits, professional and potentially commercial, by being the first to do something in the science. But in this setting, the imperative is a little different.
And then it became very personal, as friends and other people we knew were infected.
You know, I decided to go to the hospital because I became confused. It's oxygen that saved my life. And also, of course, the fact that they could treat bacterial pneumonia with antibiotics.
Resilience in the face of adversity and solidarity that helps resilience last and be strong. And I think that this is what this terrible situation is also teaching all of us. That we must be resilient, but we can also only be resilient together.
But our most watched interview of the year wasn't a global figure, but a teacher at the Chinese epicenter who even in lockdown was thinking of everyone else.
Just to say one thing to the people in Europe or North America, please listen and follow the guideline. It's good for your own health, and it's also good for other people around you.
My first question would be, what's the past couple of months been like for you and your team?
Well, James, this is one of the toughest public health events I've responding in its magnitude and speed. I wanted to really first express my deepest condolences to those who lost their life with these diseases. It's not just a number. I know behind this number, there are people and their family.
It was also a year that shifted work and study to our homes, and a year that showed the importance of supporting all essential workers, from teachers to janitors to the grocery store employee, and of course, our frontline workers. We clap for them, we call them our heroes, but we also have a duty to make sure they have the resources to stay safe. We need them.
It is immense in terms of being able to increase GDP. But more importantly, we could save so much suffering, indignity, morbidity, mortality if we invested on the prevention side. The time is now. The moment is urgent.
It's not easy to achieve big goals of ending poverty or protecting the environment or ending a pandemic. These are not simple matters, but these are important objectives. And we have so much talent in the world, so much knowledge, technology, so much goodwill, so much desire of humanity to have a decent life for themselves and especially for their children and their families and their loved ones. We have the means to address these issues.
Now that gives a tremendous opportunity because the whole global order has collapsed. Economy is part of total collapse. So when it collapses, it gives you the opportunity to build it again.
We remember and honor everyone who has passed, those who brought us into this world, kept us safe, provided for us, who we call family and friend. Life has truly shifted for all, from those in nursing homes to young folks at home.
even the young people, which we have felt very sorry for disturbing their, you know, when you're from 16 to 20, every spring is the most important part of your life. You will never get the age of 17 or 18 back again.
It was also a year of growth through tragedy, learning of our faults and habits. Millions took to the streets, became a voice in their community, stood up and spoke out. We remember them and we say their names.
We're called to look out for one another, not only the neighbor who lives right next door, but the neighbor in another state and the neighbor in another country. And we don't have time or space for division. We have to figure out how we move forward together.
We face the difficulties of today and tomorrow. I still have a dream.
We saw the gaps in our systems and the ways we need to continue to improve our societies. And we learned that hope, community, and love are at the heart of it all.
My hope is that our democracy becomes more palpable to what we call liberation, that we can actually all sort of take advantage of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's my hope. But most importantly, love. Love doesn't cost anything. It is pure.
We at the China Current say thank you for supporting one another in 2020, and we invite you to another year of storytelling and shaping our future together. From me, James Chow, and everyone on our team, here's to a safer and happier 2021.